A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has been placed under house arrest by a Supreme Court judge for violating a court-imposed social media ban. This escalation comes amid ongoing proceedings against Bolsonaro, who is facing serious allegations of attempting to orchestrate a coup following his electoral defeat in 2022 to President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. The 70-year-old ex-leader, who served from 2019 to 2022, could face a staggering 40-year prison sentence if convicted. The tensions between Bolsonaro and the judiciary have reached a boiling point as the former army captain's supporters continue to rally in his defense, challenging the legitimacy of the court's actions. The Supreme Court's Justice Alexandre de Moraes reacted strongly to Bolsonaro's disregard for the social media restrictions, which were put in place to prevent him from communicating with his supporters during the trial. On Sunday, Bolsonaro's allies shared footage of a conversation between him and his son Flavio at a solidarity rally in Rio de Janeiro, directly defying the court's orders. Justice de Moraes stated that the judiciary would not allow Bolsonaro to manipulate the situation due to his political and economic influence, emphasizing that the rule of law must prevail. As a result of his repeated failures to comply with the court's restrictions, Bolsonaro has been confined to his home in Brasilia, prohibited from receiving visitors other than his legal team, and barred from using mobile phones. Additionally, the police seized multiple mobile phones from his residence on Monday, further tightening the restrictions on his communication. The United States has expressed its discontent with the recent developments in Brazil, with the State Department condemning the new restrictions imposed on Bolsonaro. The Bureau of Western Hemisphere Affairs criticized Justice de Moraes, who has previously been sanctioned by the U.S. for human rights violations, for allegedly using Brazilian institutions to suppress opposition and threaten democracy. U.S. officials have made it clear that they will hold accountable those who facilitate actions deemed undemocratic. Bolsonaro's son, Eduardo Bolsonaro, has taken to social media to echo sentiments of discontent, claiming that Brazil is no longer a democracy and labeling Justice de Moraes as an out-of-control psychopath. The ongoing political drama has drawn international attention, especially from the United States, where former President Donald Trump has been vocal in his support for Bolsonaro. Trump has imposed heavy tariffs on Brazilian goods, describing the legal actions against Bolsonaro as a politically motivated witch hunt. This has garnered support from Bolsonaro's conservative base, who have taken to the streets waving U.S. flags and expressing gratitude towards Trump. Despite being under house arrest, Bolsonaro's influence remains palpable. His supporters stormed Brazil's Congress in January 2023, protesting against the legitimacy of Lula's presidency and demanding military intervention. The former president's trial is expected to conclude in the coming weeks, with prosecutors alleging that he and several co-defendants attempted to overturn the election results through a criminal conspiracy. As Bolsonaro navigates this tumultuous chapter in Brazilian politics, the implications of his trial extend beyond national borders. The tension between Bolsonaro and the judiciary reflects a broader struggle over democratic norms in Brazil, as well as the influence of foreign powers in domestic affairs. The outcome of this trial could reshape the political landscape in Brazil and set a precedent for how political leaders are held accountable for their actions. In the midst of this political turmoil, President Lula has expressed intentions to seek a fourth term in office, health permitting. The former president, who was hospitalized last year due to a brain hemorrhage, remains a formidable figure in Brazilian politics. As the situation develops, all eyes will be on the Supreme Court and its handling of Bolsonaro's case, as well as the potential ramifications for Brazil's democracy and its relationship with the United States. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.